All Sports Media, Wednesday Sports Talk, hosted by Edward Hall and co-hosted by, I would say me, but we'll just say hosted by Edward Hall because Edward puts these shows together. He does all the work. I would say I'm just in here to look pretty, but I'm not even quite looking at it either. So I'm just here. But again, Edward's got a nice little show put together with Braxton Ferguson from Bell County. It looks like Chase Wilder from Marvel, and a really good show. He had some other guests that was coming on, but they had a thing called a basketball game. So of course, I believe the basketball game is a little bit more important than them talking to me and Edwards. So we'll give them we'll give them a break on that. Let them play their game. But no, I'm just kidding. But you see Edward there in the corner. He looks froze up. He's making the occasional eye movement. He's not ignoring us or anything like that. I think he's doing the old sharing this to different pages, and hopefully he's doing that. Hopefully he's not having me to do all the talking while he's just sitting there trying to look pretty. But he's like me. He can't look pretty. That day's come and gone for him too. I'm a little bit more better looking than Edward, but we'll stop that there at that. But while Edward's doing the sharing and caring stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and give a special shout out to two of the greatest sponsors that we could possibly even ever ask for. Of course, we started out Bryant Family Medicine, which is our corporate sponsor. And again, that little hoodie that Edward's wearing right now, them little plaques that we hand out randomly at some of these games, that's due to these good set of people right here. Bright Family Medicine that just uh, they are so willing to go above and beyond anything that that we could even imagine, and anytime like they're just wanting to assist us in every which shape, way, or fashion. And we can't even pull a commercial out of these folks. They don't want to be in the forefront. They just want to do what they can to help promote. And that time of year, if you get the sniffles, whatever, go give them a shout. They'll hook you up. They'll help you make you feel better. Last but not least, Heather Martinez. Right there, it says it all. Right there. If you're buying or selling a home, she's a person to go talk to. And I am going to get her to come and look at my house. Just to get to know how much she would think that my house would be worth. So I just think that that'd be interesting in itself, and maybe she can put a good enough price on it. Maybe I decide to upgrade and move into like a $250,000 home or something like that. But who knows? We don't know what the future holds, but I can only dream and imagine. I think Edward's back with us now.
I am, and you ready for our first guest, Mark?
I am absolutely ready.
Well, let's go ahead and bring him on.
What's up, guys?
Well, Braxton, first off, appreciate you taking your time to come on, and I'm sorry Mark ate all the food in the green room back here.
It's all right.
But Mark, you want to start off, or you want me to start?
Um, I'm looking at I've been looking a little bit on this schedule, and I just they've come out strong out of the gate, and just tell us a little bit about Coach Sizemore and what he's how he's helped make you not just the player you are today, but just the person you are today.
He always just tries his hardest every day. Just gives us everything he got, 100%, and just in and out. He's not trying to make us a good sports athlete all around. He's trying to make us a better man on and off the court. So it just helps me. He just he just helps me a lot, trying to be all around good person. So whenever sports leaves, then I'll just be I'll be ready to tackle the world, whatever it has to hold for me.
Um, I've been able to watch him several times this year at Cover Yuns, and just really impressed on how he's played. Uh, It just looks like every one of you get along really, really good. Am I right about that? Are you like friends off the court? I mean, it shows like you are a bunch that really like each other.
Yeah, we do. That's the main thing. We're just trying to build a brotherhood with the basketball team, and the easier we can get along off the court, the easier it is to play together and have a better team, better chemistry on the court.
Again, like I said, I'm really, really impressed in the product I've seen, especially what I've seen in you, and your future is absolutely bright. And we know exactly what your ultimate team goal is. And it's every team's goal. You just want to pack the hardware home at the end of the day. Hey, what is it going to take for you to reach your ultimate goal?
We're just gonna have to be very disciplined because we only have one senior on the team and just a bunch of younger guys having to step up and take responsibility on the court. So we're just gonna have to be very disciplined and just just work every day. Whenever we go into practice, just give it our all, and we're gonna be very disciplined on the court. Just listen to what coach has to say and try to execute it the best we can.
If
And
I'm
Mark, I do want to interrupt you real quickly. Just so you know, this young man is just an eighth grader.
Yeah, that's what I was noticing, and that's just unreal. With the product that he's putting on the court right now is unbelievable. Because like I said, I've watched him firsthand on several occasions, and just a warrior inside and out at this age. Being eighth grader, and just I mean, is it hard? How hard is it just be a normal student athlete, just a normal student at Bell County, and try to juggle that around from being a student and a student athlete? How hard is that for you?
I mean, it can be challenging at times, but if you just put the work in and just trust God, then that's all you got to do, and then He'll just lay out the path for you. You just got to walk it.
Absolutely, and it's unreal. I mean, the first time I saw you, it's hard not to notice, just the athlete that you are, and the future sky high for you. But I'll let Edward talk to you for a few minutes because Edward knows Bell County inside and out.
Now I've got to cover you for a couple seasons now, so I just got to ask you, you know, what do you do on the off season? Because each time I see you, you get better and better. I mean, like the improvement is like a massive jump each season that I've got to cover you.
Main thing is just staying in the gym, just staying hungry because I mean you never know what's going on. You never know if you're gonna get another chance to stay in the gym extra 30 minutes. So you just gotta take advantage of it whatever you can. And whenever you get back home, just try to work on your body. I try to do as many push-ups as I can in the day just to stay doing something all throughout the day.
So is you and Mr. Ferguson ever played 1-on-1? If so, can you beat him?
So yeah, he won't play me, but I mean I could beat him.
Well, see, that's like me. Mark won't play me 1-on-1 either because he knows I'll beat him, so he won't do it. But yeah, I do gotta ask you about your season because looking at it, I've got to cover you quite a few times, but you all have played in a lot of classics. So playing like the GRCs, the Belfries, stuff like that, how is that going to help you all when you get into playing district and more of your region style teams?
Um, just playing in just teams like that, they're just big, physical. It's just going to help us in the long run because, I mean, you're not going to, win by 20 plus every single game. So getting in those tight games, those late situations, it just helps us as a team. So whenever we do get in the district or region games that are tight like that, we won't start tightening up. Like we'll just play free because we've been there before.
So I do gotta ask you, does Coach Sizemore have y'all running the hill up there on the mountain?
No, not yet.
Ha-
But
have you ever ran it?
no. I
What would you want to run it? Because I drive by it all the time, and I don't want
don't know.
to run it. But so I know we've had a lot of like snow and some bad weather here lately. Have you all still been able to get like regular practices and stuff in?
Yeah, we have. We try to go in the morning time if we can, just get it out the way. So whenever we get back home, we can just do our schoolwork.
Has the coach agents out there doing some snow dribbling drills?
You know, I never really know what he's gonna have us do, but he hasn't have us done it yet. He hasn't have us done that yet. So that's good.
So looking at your schedule, I think it's the you've got looks like y'all have got a long rest period. Looks like y'all don't play again till the 21st. Is that correct?
Yes,
And you have a home game against Harlan. So have you had? I think y'all played them earlier in the season, didn't you?
yes, sir.
So now this time being at home, I've got to cover that game a few times. What's it like being a student athlete playing in that type of environment?
I mean, it feels good. It's just a lot of joy, just running out the tunnel in front of all the fans because we know the work we put in over the summer and over the past years. So it just feels well deserved to run out there and play in front of those fans.
Absolutely. So I just got to ask you. Me as an eighth grader playing at the varsity level, I'd have been nervous. I'd have been turning the ball over left and right. So I mean, you as an eighth grader, you look like you're so much more mature, way more better than what I was. So just tell me how you do it when you're out there.
I mean, you just gotta just don't think about it too much. Really, just you just gotta just keep going. I mean, just trust your ability. If you put in enough work, then it'll just all go out. And another thing I'll do, I'll just pray before the game, and there's a little prayer my nana told me, just give me the clear mind, just to go on the court and play.
Absolutely. So I got two more questions before I get you back over to Mark. So, like, I have a pregame ritual. So every time before I get ready to come cover a game, I got to stop at Taco Bell. So, do you have your own personal pregame ritual?
I don't, not really. I just kind of go with the flow, see what's going
So,
on.
so I do got to ask you, in the Bell County area, what would you consider one of your most favorite places to go eat?
Definitely Mexican. That's the go-to.
Is it cheese sauce on everything, Braxton, or do you like the red sauce?
I like the cheese sauce.
I do too. I do too. But I tell every guest on this show, I got to tell you too, Braxton. You know, Edward loves Taco Bell. I don't think he ever talks about Taco Bell, Taco Bell, Taco Bell, Taco Bell. And guess what? He will not eat at a Mexican restaurant.
Why?
Okay, there you
Well,
go.
to be honest with you, I really can't read nothing on the menu.
It's burrito, taco, rice.
Well, see, if I'm gonna do just a burrito or a taco, I'm just gonna go to Taco Bell.
I just point at it sometimes if I can read it.
Well, go ahead, Mark.
I got a couple of comments right here by you. Yeah, I'm sure you know this too. Joshua Maxey. He said, "My little dude B Ferg," and then he's got shout out B Money and the Bell County Bobcats. Uh, would you play Joshua Maxey? Would he play 1-on-1?
I don't know. I've never asked him. I feel like he would.
I, I think Joshua he'd play you for sure. He's a competitor himself. Just a great guy. Just all around great coaching staff. Joshua and Coach Sizemore. I just a special group of guys. I know I'm forgetting a few more on there, but my brain rattles a lot. But just absolutely just a great coaching staff too. You guys are lucky to be playing under really good men like that. And I love Joshua to death. Uh, uh, Edward was talking about the snow. Hey, I don't know if you keep up Facebook anytime, but a lot. But when you get my age, that's all you can do is look at social media. Is this thing called like the Snow Angel Challenge stuff going on? Was you caught up in any of that?
Yeah, I did it. I did. Most of the basketball boys did it. Some of them wouldn't do it, but I did.
So how bad was it? I mean, when I did it, I thought I was gonna freeze to death, but then I laid in the snow there for a second. Like, oh, this feels pretty good. It is feel that.
It wasn't too bad because we take ice baths and stuff. So once you, like you said, once you get out in it, sit there for a second, it's not that bad.
Yeah, it actually felt good. I was wanting to lay in it for a few minutes, but no, I guess I'm like severely overweight because the next morning I went out there. Uh, Amy was out there. She did her snow angel, and it just looked as perfect as it could be. The wings and everything else. Mine looked like a gigantic bowling ball out there. So I don't know. My snow angel went from snow angel to bowling ball. I don't know what, but uh, Braxton. I mean, it's been a pleasure this year watching the improvement, and we know what kind of skilled athlete you are. That's obvious, and we also know what kind of a student you are. Everybody talks really well about you. You're well beyond your years. Me at your age, I didn't even know my name half the time, and you've got a good head on your shoulders, and everybody always speaks really good of you, and just I know you just got the brightest future in the world ahead of you. But just talking about that, is it only basketball for you, or are there going to be other sports, or are there other sports right now that
No, it's just basketball right now.
would you be tempted to go, into football or baseball or something like that, or track or wrestling, or I mean, you got the body for wrestling. I bet you could cross sling some people around if you wanted to.
Um, I've thought about it a few times, but I don't know. I might just stick to basketball.
But just a great interview, and I'll let Edward finish you off. And I just personally want to just wish you personally, the best of luck in your future. And when we talk about sky's the limit. You're in eighth grade. You're already playing varsity stuff, and you're playing at a top level. So I can just imagine you in a few years, and it's just going to be a real watching you. But good luck for you personally, and good luck to you and your Bill County Bobcat.
Thank you.
So I do got two more questions for you, and then a couple things that we put together for you. So at the beginning of this season, what was there a certain game that you had highlighted yourself that you couldn't wait to play?
Um, I don't know. I don't know. Probably, probably the Corbin game next month at home.
That's
Probably.
all. That's always a good game because that's a crowd and the environment. So I mean, but through your time playing basketball, what would you consider your favorite memory? It can be playing, in your backyard, in your kitchen, at a park, a varsity game, anything.
Uh, Going to watch Bell in it was 2022 when they played Harlan City in district championship. Probably going to that game.
Absolutely. So we do tend to put together a couple graphics for each student athlete we bring on our show, and I will get these sent over to you. But we also will post them on all of our social media sites. But I do just kind of want to get your ideal on which one you like the most, whether it's the first one or the second. So
Um,
out of the two, which one did you like the most, the first one or the second one?
I was the first one.
See there, Mark? See, Braxton knows good stuff right there. But Braxton, I do want to thank you for taking your time. And, just like Mark said, the sky's the limit for you. I've seen the improvement from you from last year, this year. I've seen the improvement from the beginning of the season to the end of the season. So, the sky is the limit for you. And anything that we can do to try to help better promote you, please let us know, because that's what I want to do, is try to promote the student athletes to the best of our ability. And, your team's been killing it, and, looking forward to getting back up there on Log Mountain and governing again real soon.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Absolutely a great interview, Mark. But speaking of great interviews, you ready for our next one?
Well, now you're shrinking.
I'm always shrinking.
Yeah, you was like a whole
You
square.
ready
Now
for our
you're like,
next guest, Mark?
yeah, but you was a whole square. Now you're a half a square. I think Chase. Thank you for coming on. I think Edward has froze, or I don't know what happened to him up there.
It's good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, he became a half of a box and then he froze.
Oh, there he is. He's
And
back.
now he turned green, and now there he is.
There we go.
I think I'm
Uh,
back. My internet just went crazy.
yeah, you went from froze to green to I don't know what.
All my internet just went haywire.
And you're still half a box. See, me and Chase, we're like full boxes, so you're like a half a box.
Yeah, don't ask me. I spent the whole 30 minutes before I got on trying to figure out why my box was half. Couldn't figure it out, so I just gave up.
So Chase, he's like half the guy that we are. So,
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
so well,
But Mark, I don't know what I missed while I was frozen, but if you want to start off there.
well, we was wondering why he was turning green for one thing.
I was turning into the Incredible Hulk, but don't tell nobody.
Oh, we won't.
uh, Chase, just again, thank you for coming on, and looks like so far in the young season, I believe they're about 10-5. Play really really good basketball. Just tell us a little bit about your season so far.
Well, first off, thank you for having me. And right now, coming into the season, I think we're playing really well. We've had a lot of competitive games, even the ones that we've lost. I'm really proud of my team right now, and I think what we're doing right now is we're finding ourselves as a team. We're 15 games in, and we got a lot more to come.
Can I ask you this question? Edward's been able to make more Marvel games than I have, and I love all my trips to Marvel for sure. But is that one of the when it gets rocking and rolling? Is that one of the loudest gyms that you play in?
I'll tell you what is the loudest gym I've ever been in. It don't matter if there's 20 people there, if there's 100 people there. I swear I can't hear.
Is it that they got the better lungs in Marvel, or they just bring it every game? I
I,
don't.
I don't know. I've been trying to figure it out. I'll be on the court and I can't hear coach.
Yeah. Or it could be them little, them little slushy, blue slushy things too. That they're really good.
Them are good. Them
Yeah.
are real good.
So yeah, just playing in front of that atmosphere. I mean, how does that? I mean, I'm sure that picks you up a lot too, don't it?
Yeah, it picks us all up as a team, really. Me especially, because I'm more of a hot player. I like my energy is what I try to bring to the table, and I try to help the whole team throughout with energy, and especially having that atmosphere, it helps me help everybody else too, and it gets our team going a lot.
Well, I always put you in the Spurs as the loudest places, but like when I think of Corbin, I think of that horn that they have. I see Corbin's got the loudest horn, and Yenz's got like the loudest fans. I mean that you can hear that from here to California back. When they sound that thing. But then when your fans scream, you can hear it to California too. So I could just imagine your loud fans and that loud horn. I don't have a word for that there,
It'd be
but
really hectic in my opinion.
but talking a little bit about Marvel and stuff. Tell us a little bit about your head coach.
My head coach, he is a really good guy. I love him all around. He's a really good coach. He helps me out. He's helped me out a lot since this summer. Being new there, he really welcomed me into the family. Really.
And talking about the Marvel family, and you just said it's a family, because every time I've went, it has been a family atmosphere. Anything you need, anything you want, and just how quickly did all that win you over?
Um, the first day I moved there, um, my coach got a call and we were having pickup games, and my coach got a call and it was like three teachers and they all asked, "Did you get the transfer? Did you get the transfer?" And I mean, right then and there, I was like, "This is the place. This is home."
Yeah. And I've always liked Marvel, and I just always liked that area in there too. And yeah, I don't know, have they opened the water park yet, or is it still closed down?
I guess it's still closed.
They need to open that little water park up again. I always
Um,
liked that.
yeah,
So
they got the movie theater, the
yeah,
drive-in. Yeah.
yeah, they do got
I,
it now.
I
And
think the drive-in theater took the water park.
oh, did it?
I'm pretty sure.
Well, Lazy River movie theater, they both fit me pretty well. But there's go ahead.
So, first off, like Mark said, I do want to thank you for taking your time.
And
And
don't turn
I
green
got
on
to, well, I'll try not. I can't make no promises. But I do got to ask you, are you back to 100% now?
Well, I'm still playing in a brace, and some tweaks and moves. So not really. I'm about 80%. I'll make it.
Because I know you took a pretty rough spill up there. So, I mean,
Yeah.
but, just like Mark said, looking at your season, I mean, you all came out this year like on fire. So, what's one big thing that you seen from like the first game till just your most recent game that you've seen that's changed in your team?
Our possession of the ball. We started off this season and we didn't really know each other fully and didn't know how each other played. And I think we've really grown into how each other's played. I mean, like, we have a good amount of shooters on our team, very good shooters. And before the season started, I didn't know like if I'd be able to handle the ball by myself. And I got more ball handlers. I've got a lot of shooters that really just contribute.
Absolutely. So, do got to ask you, do you prefer them more up tempo teams, or do you prefer them more like physical style teams?
That's a hard question because I'm really like I like a mix because like I like playing rough, like not dirty but rough because that's really just watched film of my dad that he's had from his past in high school, and I really like rough games. Like I like physical and being physical and stuff, but I also like upbeat teams because they try to match our energy, and I like showing that we got a lot of energy on our team and we can compare.
Absolutely. I've got to see you several times this season, and the energy's there definitely. And I'm tired over in the stands watching you, and how y'all keep going. I can't figure it out. I'm like 5 energy drinks deep and still tired. So
Yeah, coach keeps us going. We get in the huddle sometimes, and he's like, if we give up now, it's just like we can't help it. But like we keep ourselves going. We pick each other up when we're tired, and coach helps us out. He tells us if we need a break, we got our break. Like get in there, 2 minutes out, 2 minutes, get back in there. I mean, like he really helps us keep our energy up, giving us a break, but we also keep each other up.
absolutely. So I got to ask you, when you're in the middle of a game, it's a yeah, let's just say it's a real good and real close, tight game. Are you a trash talker, or do you let more of your game do the talking? Because if it's me, Mark's definitely going to know if I steal the ball, block it. If I shoot on him, he gonna know it. He's gonna know it. I'm gonna flex on him or something.
Um, really,
He would.
um, yeah, coach tells me to keep my mouth shut so I don't get a technical. It's happened before, but I don't really my game don't really contribute except handling the ball and getting my teammates open because that's really what I like to do. I love letting other people score and like getting them the ball and making sure my team is welcome because I mean we're not a team without each other really and so I'm more of a mix. I kind of throw a few flexes in there and claps in the face and but sometimes a good little pass and I'm like look at that.
Hey, well, listen, the ball handling and finding your teammates in the right spot is contributing just as much as the guy that just went and just hit the layup or the three. So I mean, that's contributing just as much. But if I'm not mistaken, you are just a sophomore, correct?
Yes, I'm only sophomore.
So is it just going to be basketball for you, or are you going to be playing other sports?
Um, I'm only going to be playing basketball this year. I played baseball last year at Bell County, but you know, uh, at some point in an athlete's career, I mean, unless you're just really good at multi sports, they're going to have to pick one sport or the other. And basketball really just has my heart, and that's what I want to be determined to work for and try to find a way to get a scholarship eventually, maybe.
Well, I mean, absolutely. I mean, you said it best. I mean, there always comes that time you got to pick one or the other. But, you know, that brings me to one of my questions. What would you consider your favorite memory playing basketball?
Um, there's actually a few like winning 2A last year with Bell County. That was a really good experience. But personally, I'm gonna think that my sixth grade year, I played with an AAU team that we went to state, and that was just a really good experience for me. It helped me grow closer with that team and just everybody around me. I think that would probably be my best experience, best memory.
So, I'm not going to say just in the Barville area, but let's just say like Knox County as a whole. What would you consider one of your favorite places to go eat at?
Oh, okay. Two Amigos. It has to be. That's where the team goes when we get the chance. It's Two Amigos.
You're not
I
going to
like
ask the cheese sauce or red sauce or.
I always get me a bowl of cheese dip with my chips, and then I'm good to go. I'm set.
I, I like the little Chinese place there by Walmart over there. I don't know. I eat there all the time.
Um, we last year at Bell County when we were playing at Harlan games, the Chinese place in Harlan. If I ever went back to a Chinese place and ate, that would be exactly where I went.
Edward won't eat Chinese. You take Edward to a Chinese restaurant and he orders fortune cookies.
Try Panda Garden, Edward. It's good. I promise.
He still orders fortune cookies. He might take a set of chopsticks home and just play with them or something.
Hey, I can't lie. That's what I used to do.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I got a set of chopsticks in a noodle bowl, but I can't figure out how to use them.
I always
My
used to try
my
to watch videos.
my 12-year-old daughter can use them, but I don't know. I just look like I'm some kind of deranged thing trying to figure out how to hold them. I can't figure it out.
Yeah, I'd watch YouTube videos, try to figure out the techniques, and it just never worked. Never.
You take one of the chopsticks, you take the noodle and you wrap it around it.
That's called cheating. But so I got to ask you, what did you do in the off season? Because I did get to see you. I did get to see you last season and this season, and I can tell that the improvement has gotten
I didn't get to play summer ball because we were on vacation and the time I moved to Barville. So I stayed in the gym. I tried to stay active and keep myself in shape and keep my game up to date. And I tried to work on the things that I needed to work on and just other stuff that I can improve on. Because I mean, there's nothing that you can never improve on. And so I stayed in the gym. I stayed active. So I played pickup games, worked out.
there. So who's the best baller in the family? Because see, like in mine and Mark's family, it's me.
That's his
Well,
story.
It depends on the game.
yeah, it really just depends on the game because I don't know if you knew about my dad in high school, but he was I'm a point guard. My sister was a guard big, so but of course I'm gonna have to go with me. I'd hate to give them the respect like that.
Absolutely. But Mark, I got 1,000 more questions, but I'll let you ask a few there.
One thing, Edward cannot handle the granny shot. I control that granny from the free throw line, the half court line, and he just can't compete with the granny.
Eh, he wants to play horse, and he'll go out half court and do something called a granny stud missile, and get lucky to backboard it in, and I can't even get it close.
I've,
It's
I've,
cheating.
I've tried it. I can't do it either. It's okay. You ain't got to worry.
Chase, would you do a granny shot in front of a whole? Say the Marvel gym's packed. Would you do a granny shot in front of
Not a day in my life.
them? Yeah, I mean, how about for the free throw line? Would you try it, or do you think coach would pull you out if you're up there trying to do granny free throws or something?
I already know that if I even thought he could read my mind to take me out of the game right then and there.
uh, I just harping a little bit back on what Edward was saying about the improvement, and it's hard not to see the improvement and stuff like that. It's been really, really respectable this year. Got a good record going on, pretty good season so far at this point. I mean, I've got to ask you this. I mean, we know what your end goal is for any team. You just want to be the last team standing and stuff like that. That's any team's goal. What is it going to take for you to do that?
I think, like I talked about earlier, our possession of the ball, that we've really improved on it. And right now, I think that our rebounding and more possessions of the ball, we really like to be hop on defense and turn teams over and, go fast break. But when we just need to lower our turnovers. And I mean, we all end up having turnovers. I don't think I've ever seen a perfect game in my life. Never even heard of one. But I think taking care of the ball could be a main thing for us.
And oh, by the way, and I don't know, I should have brought this up at the beginning, but if you get a cough and you have to start taking 30 cough drops a day, blame that on Edward.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, everybody gets a cough after they do this show. So if you start, eh, is that a foul? If you're like dribbling the ball down the court, the person who's guarding you just all of a sudden just start coughing all over me, like, hey, and then you run around and lay it up. Would that be a
I
foul?
call a foul. I call a foul. I'd go blow the ref's whistle for myself.
But uh, thank you again for coming on, and you've been a great interview, and you get it also. You come in here and you joke, kid it with us, and that's what it's all about. You don't need two old dudes trying to talk basketball to you. You go through enough basketball through the week. You need some relaxation too. So you get it. You've been a good guest.
Thank you. I'm glad y'all invited me to do this, and I was happy to be a part of it.
Yeah.
So I do got a couple more questions for you, and then I got a couple things to show you that we put together for you.
Okay.
So at the beginning of this season, was there a certain game that you had highlighted personally you couldn't wait to play in?
Us versus Palmville. Moving to a new school in a new district, for me at least, and I was really ready for district play. I've been ready for district play, and I'm really ready to play a team that I think it's going to be a really, really, really competitive game. So Palmville Friday night would probably be the one I would have marked.
So final question I got for you before I show you something is I've seen that you've played in quite a few different classics this season. So you've got to see, teams out of Tennessee, teams that's out of different regions. So playing them style teams, how do you think that's going to help you when district kicks in full force?
Me personally, I think it's going to really help us adapt to different situations. Like we had some teams that were a fast-paced team, and we played some teams that were slow-paced, shooting teams, driving teams. I think that's really just going to help us adapt to the game that we have coming up and how people are playing, so we can use our defense and change everything how we need to play to stop them.
Absolutely. So we do tend to put together a couple graphics for each student athlete that does come on our show, and I will get these sent over. And Mark's trying to bribe you already.
I'm about ready to move, afraid I'm going to cough or something.
but out of the two, just let me know which one you like the most. But we're going to have them all posted on our social media site, and I will get these sent over to you.
Thank you.
So out of the two, which one did you like the most?
Mark, I'm sorry to say it, but I'm going to have to go with number one here.
See, Mark, there's nothing wrong with the OG.
But at least Chase did say Mexican and stuff like that. And he does like Chinese also, so he does like Chinese, and he ain't gonna go to one of these places and load up on fortune cookies.
Well, there's nothing wrong with fortune cookies. Everybody needs their fortune read at least once.
At least once.
See? But Chase, I am looking forward to being able to get back out and cover yins again, a few more times this season. And from what I've seen, you're killing it. Your team's killing it. And, just the sky's the limit for you. And anything that I can do to try to help better promote you, please let me know. Anything that you think that you need to be recognized for or anything, just let me know. That way I can do everything I can to try to help you get to your ultimate goal, which is the next level. And you've been a great interview, had fun, and hopefully be able to get you back on again real soon.
Well, thank you, and I was very appreciative to get the chance to do this, and I thank you guys for the opportunity.
Well, thank you, and again, looking forward to getting to see you back out on the ball court real soon.
I'm ready.
Thank you very much.
All right, see y'all.
See you. Well, now Mark disappeared. Oh, there you are. Thought you ran off. Mark, we got the easy part. 2 great interviews today.
Yeah, great interviews, and I did this 2 weeks, 2 shows in a row. I went to take a sip of coffee, and of course the coffee goes out the wrong spot, and I'm gagging here trying to get myself back to normal. I hadn't had the coughs until the daggone half a cup of coffee went down the windpipe. So now I'm all messed up. But you're right, two really really good interviews, and both them guys, both them young men, great heads on their shoulders, and great futures ahead for both of them.
Absolutely. So I'm trying to get all this stuff to pull up, and what's up, Rob? Good Good to hear from you, and looking forward to getting back up there and covering your boys there. And while I'm also thinking about it, Mark, if you ain't checked them out, and all of our viewers hasn't checked them out, need to go check out Hustle Hoops. Big shout out to Hustle Hoops. So, are you ready for the ending? Go ahead.
I don't know if Robert would agree with this, but I think I'm getting better looking or something. I don't know.
No,
Robert probably, Coach Daniels probably wouldn't agree with that.
no,
No, no.
not at all. So, Friday night showdown in Barville, Lions and Tigers, 7:30. I think that'll be a. Let's see what Mountain Lions and Tigers. So I thought, yeah, you call it a good old fashioned. What would it be, like a mountain cat fight or something? You know, they're big ferocious animals. So
For some odd reason, I got the Wizard of Oz on my mind. Lions and tigers or something. What was they chanting? Help
I
me
don't
out. I
know,
know
but
you watch Wizard of Oz.
I have, but I don't remember. Just don't start singing. You'll scare off our viewers.
Oh, it's something about lions and tigers. Oh my, something. So maybe one of the comments will help us here.
But
Yeah, lions and
you ready?
tigers and bears. Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Coach Daniels. See,
See,
I knew I was close.
well, are you ready for the top 5 must see, Mark?
I'm about to see. He even gave us some emojis on that. That's some good work right there.
Absolutely. Rob puts in the work.
See, I got Android phone. I probably couldn't dig up them emojis.
So, for your boys basketball top 5 must see is Sawyer Thompson from Pineville with 344 points, Luke Sims from St. Mary with 336 points, Maddox Huff from Harlan County with 482 points, and that's Everso from Hazard with 154 rebounds, and Jacob Spurlock from Boyd County with 417 points, Mark.
I've seen two of these firsthand. Sawyer Thompson and Max Huff. Warrior, 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 warrior. Um, Special talents and you can't even go and compete. You can't even just say uh who's better, blah blah blah, or anything like that. Both of them are very talented and they're generational. If I'm saying that right, you know,
Generational talent.
yeah, you just don't see a Sawyer Thompson coming around every year. You don't see a Max Huff coming around every year. It just you just enjoy it as you get it right now. And I've watched Sawyer and I've watched Max, and both of them has hearts that just don't just does not stop, and it just absolutely it's just crazy how good them guys are.
Absolutely. I have to agree with you 100%. And then Coach Daniel says Jeremiah Beck is the top 10 player in this region. I know you boys haven't posted your top 10 in a while, but I just want to make that clear. And, I have to give it to him. I've watched, Beck over the last few years, and he is a phenomenal athlete. So, moving on to your girls basketball top 5 must see is Kiwi Betts from Middlesboro with 236 points, Jaylee Cochran from Harlan County with 159 points, Lauren Parton from Lane Camp with 258 points, Kyrie Lamb from Bell County with 199 rebounds, Mark, and Peyton Bradley from Meade County with 357 points.
Wow, wow, and I've seen 4 on this list, and like I said, just and again, we speak about it each and every week. And oh, this ain't a top 10 or ain't a top five. It just players that you would want to go and watch, and it's really hard at times to do a top five or a top 10 because they're just when you talk about this region and even Coach Daniels would be the first that would tell us too. There's just so much talent across the whole region. It's really hard to say. Well, we got a 1 through 10, a 1 through 20, the best from the because all these athletes are special in their own little ways, and like you said earlier, Edward, we got the easy part. We just get to watch them.
Absolutely. And, again, you know, been blessed today, had two great interviews, and all good things must always come to an end sooner or later, Mark. So I'm going to let you have the floor, talk about your show if you want to, or give us your final thoughts.
Well, Edward, I would be lying to you if I told you this was been a good day for me because it's not nowhere close. It's been nice to do the show and be able to do what I love, but had a death in the family, and you know about it too, Edward. And anytime when something like that happens, it's just only us. It's to anybody, it rattles it just rattles you, and I'm hurting for my cousins, and I raised up with all my cousins you know like my own as like my own brothers, to a point, and Edward, you know what I'm talking about. You grow up with these guys too, and and I feel I'm hurt so bad right now for Mick. I love you, Mick, and you know your wife ain't with you no more, and she's in a she's in a special place right now, and I'm praying hard for you, and hope that we can get a prayer chain for you, and what happened was just tragic, and all that I can do is say prayers up, and I want to thank the viewers, and I want to thank you too, Edward. Doing this show, it helps, but don't really have no special words of wisdom or anything like that, or anything like that. Just again, I just want to thank our sponsors and thank our viewers, and especially Robert. Robert's been one of our best viewers, and cannot say enough about him and his Bible. He absolutely loves Bible. Anybody that knows Coach Daniels knows he loves Bible. He's a great man, and I'm blessed to say that he's a friend, and I just love him to death.
Absolutely. So, first off, I want to give a big shout out to Rutherford Photography for Braxton Ferguson's photos, and to Dennis Mills for Chase Wilder's photos. And but I'm gonna leave you like I normally do. This is for, well, everybody knows, but get out and cover these student athletes. You know, get out and see the work that they put in. That all the heart and blood, sweat, and tears that these student athletes puts in. It gives you a better perspective when you're actually there watching them put all their hard work and be able to reach the goals that they set for themselves. But you gotta get out there and cover them. Go out there and watch your local team. Go support your home school. But from everybody here at the Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media, I want to tell you good night and God bless.